Mario, how you doing, man? I appreciate you holding.
Carrington, I'm pissed, okay?
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to tell you something, Carrington. I'm not giving no discounts, and I ain't taking no coupons. Lucas, you are no longer mayor of nothing. You are just Lucas. And as far as I'm concerned, Lucas and White, you on the list. It's the Lucas and White list. Two losers is what you are.
Lord, have
okay?
mercy.
You let Missouri down today. You turned Kansas City into a podunk cow town, a.k.a. Omaha Junior, is what Kansas City is now. Now, you put that in your pipe and smoke it. And all you people, now what happens in Kansas City, Missouri? You guys, all of you people in the politics should turn in your resignation effective immediately. Lucas, White, don't let me catch you outside after dark, because we will not be held responsible for what will be done to y'all. And the rest of you cronies who were sitting back there and waved goodbye, you probably got a kickback. You probably already got season tickets in the new facility. But let me tell you something. All of y'all should turn in your resignations effective immediately. You shouldn't be allowed to run for dog catcher or any office in this state, or any other state for that matter. And Lucas, I'll vote for anybody that ever runs against you, because you are a liar. You don't have integrity. And that other guy that you ran that clip on, he's a liar too. It's just Frank White. You knew that the game was over, the jig was up, but you come on national TV and television and radio insulting everybody's intelligence. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Shut up, Brian.
Welcome to the pod. Welcome to Brian's World. I am your host, the ambassador of Kansas City, Kansas City's favorite son, and don't you ever forget it, Brian B. Shynin.
Shut up, Brian.
And I am so blessed and honored that you are here with me, spend a little time on the pod in Brian's World, because I know and I realize you literally could have been anywhere else, especially on this internet. But you're here with me. Love and appreciate you for that. Please tap in and follow my fam at Foolish Club Media, where you can check out all the Chiefs podcasts and more. Like, subscribe, share, love, comment, rate, review, all of that at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and on YouTube. And of course, speaking of YouTube, check out the Brian B. Shynin page at B. Shynin on YouTube, so you can check out Brian's World that drops every single Wednesday right here on YouTube, as well as my Hustle and Shine in the Morning content.
Duh.
Let's see, R&B Shining, mixes, beats, motivational minute, whatever encompasses Brian B. Shynin, it's at the B. Shynin page on YouTube. We got a doozy this week, as I will give you my take on the stadium situation that's going on in Kansas City. It's heavy. We'll get to it. And speaking of the Chiefs, look, can we just end the season right now? Like, do we have to play these last two games? I don't want to. We're going to get our ass whooped on Christmas. I guess we'll talk about the Chiefs for just a little bit. And then speaking of Christmas, I have to talk Christmas. It's a special Christmas show. I just said that. I'm just going to do a segment on Christmas because it is a special time of year. And I love what my mother did for me almost every single Christmas when I was a kid. And I'll give you some of my favorite Christmas movies as well. We had a good B. Shiners bets last week in week 16. I'll give you some week 17 bets that you can take advantage of, as well as a fit check as we check out the aesthetics of the National Football League.
Chiefs fans on both sides of the state line can tell you that the success that we've enjoyed together over the past decade has elevated the profile of the entire region. Sports are woven into the fabric of this community. And if you travel and go to New York or LA, to Europe or South America, you don't have to tell people which side of the state line you're from. You tell them you're from Kansas City. Regardless of where you live or where you're watching from today, I hope this team has made you proud. And I hope you are as excited as we are about this next chapter in Chiefs history. Beginning with the 2031 season, The location of Chiefs games will change, but some things won't change. Our fans will still be the loudest in the NFL. Our games will still be the best place in the world to tailgate, and our players and coaches will be ready to compete for championships. Because on the field or off the field, we're big dreamers, and we're ready for the next chapter.
It is a new day in Kansas City. Chiefs announced they're moving to Kansas. It's got a lot of people in their feelings. It's got a lot of opinions, emotional opinions. And I'm just one who likes to live in reality and to stay in reality. And the first thing is, I would like to think that I'm low key glad right now that the Chiefs did not make the playoffs, because boy, if the Chiefs was in a Super Bowl run in the playoffs and dealing with this news today at the same time, it's a lot. This by itself is a lot, but I think this was all destined to come to a head right now and right here. And I'm first off, let me state that no, I'm not happy that the Chiefs are leaving Kansas City, Missouri. By no means. And yes, I voted yes on a 3/8 cents sales tax extension in 2024 because I knew that Kansas City didn't have a lot of leverage in what they were trying to do, I guess. Like the Chiefs and the Royals, the teams to me had the leverage, especially the Chiefs. But specifically right now, I'm not even going to talk about the Royals and their stadium situation. We're going to specifically keep it to the Chiefs. And for Kansas City, Missouri, yes, it is a sad day. Don't get me wrong. The Chiefs are Kansas City's team. And when I say that, the Kansas City Metro, Overland Park, and I'm going to be saying Kansas City Metro a lot. So I want y'all to know what Kansas City Metro is. See, Kansas City, Missouri by itself has last time I checked, it was 560,000 people or something like that. That's just Kansas City, Missouri. But the Kansas City Metro, which encompasses all the suburbs and surrounding cities, Liberty, Lee Summit, Overland Park, Olathe, Shynin Mission, Independence, Raytown, Lee Summit, North KC, all of these cities around here. We are one city, Kansas City. And in all of that, I believe it's 2.2 million. So when I say Kansas City Metro, I am talking about the entire area, not just Kansas City, Missouri. And it is Kansas City's team. But when you think about the Chiefs, you really think about KCMO though. You really do. Yes, the stadium is almost in Independence / Raytown, but it's in Kansas City still. And to have something move, and it's going to have a new name. Like when CBS comes live for the games at the new stadium, the new dome in KCK, it's going to say Kansas City, Kansas on the bottom of it, not Kansas City, Missouri. So yes, in a sense, is ripping out something and taking it and moving it somewhere else. But the somewhere else is right down the street. And I'm gonna talk a lot about mindset in this segment too, because this whole ordeal with the stadiums just shows me how small of a mindset some people have in my beloved city of Kansas City, Missouri. Now, first off, who's to blame for all of this? And it's several people who you could point the finger at. A lot of people are going to point their finger at Mayor Lucas. If you go back and look at the proposal that the Chiefs had, it was half-ass. It was an iPhone update. Now, it wasn't even an iPhone update. It was a Microsoft Windows update of Arrowhead Stadium and what it could be. So they just had a plan site full of I don't know, grass or activities or something to where the old Kauffman Stadium would be. And Arrowhead had just minimal upgrades to where it's like, we're going to pay for that. And you could just tell if it was half-assed. You could tell. But with them partnering together on that sales tax was a big mistake, along with, you know, the proposal of where the Royal Stadium could be. Now, I loved where the Royal Stadium was going to be. You could have put it anywhere downtown for me, and I would have rolled with it. We needed downtown baseball. So all of those unfortunate events happening, and Frank White, and the whole tax situation, the property tax situation going up, and people did not want to see another tax. They were still tired of it, of course, right now. But at that time, it was of the number one priority in Kansas City, especially of the citizens of Kansas City, to get rid of as many taxes as possible because the property taxes are skyrocketing. Rightfully so. Understood. You don't want to see no more taxes. But my thing with that is like we're already paying this 3.8 cent sales tax. All we're doing is extending it. And yes, I understand. Yeah, we got, we need to penny pinch. People are living paycheck to paycheck. If that, people are struggling. Yes, we have bigger needs. Yes, there are other things that money can go to. I just think that we can do all of that. I think that yes, we can still build a new stadium with the 3.8 cent sales tax. And if we were to put up another sales tax for homelessness or whatever else, that teachers needing raises, we put up I'm gonna vote yes on that too. So yes, I'm for spending money on all of that. And especially when it comes to a sales tax that we're already spending money on. So it was just a long series of unfortunate events, man. Another thing with this voting situation and why it was important was that in Kansas, they don't need a vote for a stadium. They don't need it. So why would I go through the embarrassment again of trying to put up a vote for my team to get a new stadium to get public funding? And if the outcome is voting no on it, then the optics are, oh damn, Kansas City don't give a damn about the Chiefs, or there's no love for the Chiefs in Kansas City. That would be the optics of my team in the city where I'm currently at, if I were to put this up for another vote. The relationships would be acrimonious, to say the least, between the city and the owner. And you never want that. Hence, Art Modell with the Browns and him moving the Browns up out of Cleveland and to Baltimore in 1996. Something else that Kansas City, I feel like, is not thankful for is that the Chiefs are actually still here in Kansas City, in the metro. Because if something hadn't happened in Kansas, somebody else would have came knocking with a sweeter deal. But that you don't need a vote in Kansas. They don't need one. So why would I go through all of this in Missouri when I got all these tax breaks in Kansas? I'm getting more money over here, allegedly in Kansas. I get a brand new facility in Kansas. And you still gonna come to my games. Because I got Patrick Mahomes. I just think that people in Missouri are so full of shit when they say that they won't be a fan of the Chiefs and if they go to Kansas. That is such a big crock of shit. You're a liar. You can lie to yourself, man. But we still gonna see you out with your red jerseys. You still gonna be at the watch parties. You still gonna go to the out of town takeovers when they go to other cities. Stop it, man. You're still gonna go to the games. Don't sit there and act like, oh, they moving to Kansas. I ain't gonna be a Chiefs fan no more. You a goddamn lie. You're a liar. Stop. Play with somebody else. You still finna be a fan. Revisit this 9 months later because time always reveals you're still going to be a Chiefs fan. You're a little salty right now and you're mad. And no, it may not be the same. It may not later on when they move to Kansas, but you're still going to be a Chiefs fan and you're going to adapt. You're going to adapt. But again, no vote needed in Kansas. And look, and the voters, rightfully so. The voters who voted no, I understand why you voted no. I get it. I do. I completely get it. I'm a very logical person. But damn it, I know the consequences of this thing too. And we're suffering them starting today. But one thing that people did not think about with this whole Chiefs stadium situation is that, and I go back to the Chiefs rendering their iPhone update of Arrowhead Stadium that we were supposed to pay for. I just truly believe that was a half-assed presentation on purpose. Because I think Clark Hunt been wanting to cash out and move into a new stadium for a very long time. I don't think he wanted to renovate Arrowhead again. We just renovated it, maybe not just, but we renovated it in 2009. And I just didn't think that he wanted to do that again to a 50-plus-year-old facility. So it's about, you talk about legacy, like you can look at it different ways. Some people think that, well, he done sold his soul. He done sold his father's legacy. And then, well, I just think that Clark Hunt is putting his stamp on his legacy on the Hunt family tree. So he can bring the game that his father named to his stadium, to his own stadium, the Super Bowl. Just imagine that. Imagine the theatrics around that. And don't let the Chiefs be playing in the month, too. So it's a Hunt family legacy move that, okay, if he were to stay at Arrow, and I think either way, he would have built up the Hunt legacy anyway. If he would have stayed at Arrowhead, they would have renovated it, and it would have been, chapter 3 in the Arrowhead saga with the Hunt family, and he could have built it on that. Okay, fine, but I don't see how people don't see and understand that him bringing a Super Bowl to Kansas City is what's really fulfilling his father's dreams. And let's think about this too. It ain't only the Super Bowl, y'all. It's Final Fours. It's WrestleManias. It's a whole lot of events. It's world-class concerts, more of those coming. Y'all talk about, well, this artist skips Kansas City and they skip Kansas City. Maybe not now. Ain't too many artists doing stadiums, but you get my point. A world-class facility in Kansas City. So it's bigger, and it's bigger than just the Super Bowl. It is. All of this money that's finna be pumped into KCK is finna be ridiculous because not only is the Chiefs' new dome going to be out there, but you also talking about, I mean, Buc-ee's, but, Buc-ee's is nothing compared to the Chiefs or whatever, but you got the Speedway, of course. You got Sporting, the Legends itself, the shopping outlet itself. You got a Mattel theme park or something going on out there. Great American Lodge, that's still out there, I believe. You got Margaritaville that just opened. There are like several other spots around the Legends. The Legends is finna be Worlds of Fun times 10 for, Kansas City events. They following the money, man. The money is leading all the way out there in KCK. It is. I've seen some of the comments that are still in opposition of having a downtown stadium. And one of the things that showed me that Kansas City ain't quite ready to be a big prime city. And I think a lot of people in Kansas City don't even want that. I think they're aggravated now with how the city is and how much more congested it is now than it was, say maybe 10, 15 years ago. but Kansas City ain't ready for the big time city and what it has to offer and what it does. Because people in big time cities, they don't bitch and complain about parking. Like that was the biggest complaint with the downtown stadium. And it's like, not a parking garage in sight, no parking in sight. Bruh, have y'all ever been to another stadium out of town in another city? Have you ever been to another city, period? Because that be the issue with this whole thing. The people who are against this whole thing are more than likely the ones who don't travel or have never traveled at all. And I'm not a traveler. I don't like to travel. But damn it, when I do travel and I go to other cities, I notice and respect certain things. Like we're complaining about parking, bro. Like as if they're not A, going to build parking garages, B, as if we can't get up and walk, or C, how about the streetcars? That's what it was made for, y'all. This was all a part of the plan, to have a downtown stadium with a streetcar that you can hop on, where you can park at various sites throughout Kansas City or whatever. Park your car there. You can park at UMKC. There's a stop right there. There's plenty of parking in the plaza. You can park there and take the streetcar right down to the Royals game. That's one of the reasons it was built, so that we can introduce traffic other than car traffic downtown, because we already know it's going to be congested with more people in tight spaces. So come on, man, that's so short-sighted and so like they're going to build a whole stadium downtown with no parking. Come on, with no options of you getting to and from there. They want to make it inconvenient for you to go to the Royals game. Come on. Some people gotta think, bro. And I'm never mind. We're talking about the internet here. Let me move on. Let me hurry up. It just shows me like Kansas City ain't ready for that big time city shit, man. And believe me, with people's finances and all of that, if you don't want to pay to play, I totally get it. I respect it and I understand it. But that's the cost of doing business if you want to have professional teams in your city. I always feel like. So it makes me sad and it upsets me that some people are still so small minded about taxes, about parking, and it's like, here's the thing that just gets me, is because it's a crab in a barrel mindset. And for some reason, people in Kansas City, Missouri are sedity and think that they're better than people from Kansas. I don't get that at all, because tell me what the difference is, please. Like tell me what the big difference is. There are minuscule differences. Look, and trust me, I have had my KCK jokes. All right, it's a rite of passage for Kansas City, Missouri, to talk about KCK. It's like we're brothers. I talk about my brothers all the time. We always did it growing up. It is what it is. And I've had my KCK jokes. I have. But when I learned and understood and grew into the fact that we work better together, we look better together as one, as a unit, specifically in the music scene in Kansas City. And this has been a point of contention ever since I can remember being involved in the music scene in Kansas City. So we talking since like 2006. It's been the same damn excuses. Crab in a barrel mindset. We stronger together. We need to collaborate. We need to be like Atlanta. I don't see Atlanta funking over, who represents what part of the city that they in. They all look like Atlanta to me. They all represent Atlanta. Some have their certain discrepancies. No, you from such and such, or you from whatever. Same thing we have here. We work better together. We are strong together. Like she said on Soul Food. Y'all ain't listen to Big Mama on Soul Food. Individual fingers, okay, they're fine. But that you bring them fingers together, it packs a mighty punch. And that's what we have to come together to pack a mighty punch. And this conversation been long overdue about the mindset of Kansas City as a whole. Specifically, it be Kansas City, Missouri people. It be KCK people too. They be throwing dirt on KCMO for what reason, I don't know. But my point is, dog, some people are talking about oh, well, this hatred has been generational. It's been passed down. What for what? From what? For what? Why are we continuing this? Why? Whatever it is, why are we continuing it? Why are we arguing amongst ourselves, looking stupid in front of company? You want to know why? Because people from out of town, they don't give a damn. If they're in Lee Summit, or if they're in Olathe, or if they're in Liberty, or if they're in Grandview, or if they're on the north side of KC, or if they're in Independence, they don't know. They just know that they in Kansas City. People from out of town don't give a damn, bro. And I bring that up because why are we arguing internally amongst ourselves? It's stupid. Y'all don't see how stupid we look? Y'all don't see this? Kansas City, Kansas arguing with Kansas City, Missouri for what, bro? Over some property that you don't even own? Most of y'all don't even own your homes. So what are you really arguing about? You don't even own your car. So what are we arguing about, bro? About some property that you don't own? Damn. I mean, this is the stupidest shit ever, bro. It is. Just work as one. That's all I'm saying, man. Just be as one, Kansas City. We are powerful when we come together. Like I said, numbers talk. About 550,000 people in Kansas City proper. That's the city. If you add everything up around here in the Kansas City metro, that's over 2 million people. And that can speak volumes. We come together on some unity shit, bro. Kansas and Missouri. Come on, man. We better than that. We better than these little petty ass arguments talking about this bullshit, talking about this divine line with everybody, man. Come on, man. We're better than that. I'm telling you, these celebrities, they come here all the time and they always get on stage. They'll be in Kansas City, Missouri. And what do they say? Say it to yourself. What do they say? What up, Kansas? They say that. That should tell you they don't know. And we all look the same from a distance. Yes, again, we have our small differences. There are a small difference. Like KCK seems to be just a little bit slower in Kansas City, Missouri. In Kansas City, Missouri, people tell us we're slow. But KCK is even slower than Kansas City, Missouri, for sure. But it's fine, though. We're still one city. We are. The quicker that we embrace that, the better off we will be as a whole. And I'm gonna say this too. With the new stadium, the loudest stadium in the world, that shit's over. Finito. It's done. It's gonna be a dome. It's gonna be less people. It's gonna be a more corporate environment. Okay. Like, I don't think people are thinking about that with the stadiums either. Is that how corporate that the new dome is gonna be? And it's gonna price out totally the working man in Kansas City from buying tickets. And I have my sources on why. First off, the personal seat licensing thing. It's similar to a car payment. You think I'm lying? Look them up. For the seats that I have, it would have cost between, I think, projected $30,000 to $40,000 for 2 seats with the personal seat licensing. Don't worry, you can pay it over 10 years or 15 years or something like that, but you're paying a car note. Damn near. The Arrowhead that we know now is not going to be the same when it comes to that dome because the customer is going to change. You see, building Chiefs Kingdom, it was a whole lot of fans who sat out in those bitter cold temperatures in the 90s, 2000s, and 2010s, rain, sleet, or snow, whatever game it was, they was out there tailgating and doing it all because, damn it, we were faithful to the Chiefs and faithful to that team trying to win a championship. That's probably going to be the biggest change when it comes to this new dome. Is because you're not going to have those same people. You're not going to have that same loyalty that actually built up Chiefs Kingdom to what it is now. Clark Hunt decided to cash out And I get it. Look, you see Patrick Mahomes and where he's at, and basically half of his career is over. So you're seeing the end of the tunnel right now with this cash cow that you have in Patrick Mahomes, once in a generation player. When's the next time you're going to see another Patrick Mahomes? Oh baby, Clark Hunt had to cash out. What? You would too, as a business owner. You would cash out too. You can't blame Clark Hunt for that on that part as a strictly business decision, because the height of the Chiefs, who knows if it's going to reach this high ever again. Like, the Cowboys are America's team, fine. The Chiefs are trying to be the globe's team. And you got to have a world-class facility. It's bigger than Kansas City, y'all. It's bigger than us. It's big business, quoteth Nino Brown from New Jack City. But then, I just worry that if the Chiefs get down bad a couple years, and all of a sudden now you have this team that's not winning, and you got this dome out here that's not selling out because you don't have those same loyal ass Chiefs fans, the everyday blue collar Chiefs fans who could afford those $3,000, $4,000 a year season tickets. But now the prices done jacked up so far now, the average Chiefs fan can't afford to go to the game. So now you got this wine and cheese corporate environment in this new dome. And it is what it is. I get it. That's where the league is going. That's where NFL is going. If you look closely, you'll see that most of the teams now have domes. And it's only getting worse. The Cleveland's about to get a dome. Tennessee's about to get a dome. There are several more on the way. You can add the Chiefs to that list now.
Lord have mercy.
And now the AFC West about to have 3 domes. Only one outside venue left in the AFC West.
Damn.
So it's going to be a totally different experience at this new dome and at this new stadium, man. So I tell you this, I'm going to drive my ass down across that state line on I-70 in 2031, 2032 and beyond. And I'm going to enjoy my team in my city. Because like the Kane, Rich the Factor says, KC is the town.